Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. Come inside, the show's about to start. Guaranteed to blow your head apart. Rest assured you will get your money's worth. The greatest show.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome to the MMA-Holes. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone is wonderful. I am your host, Mystic Moss, King of the Dragons, and I will be talking about the craziness of what is the UFC. Zuckerberg versus Musk, Conor in and out of testing pools, Chael Sonnen lying about Zuckerberg calling him, just the craziness that's going on in the world of the UFC. We got a recap of UFC Vegas that happened last weekend. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about little Sean Strickland. His song is dropping on this channel Thursday night. Let's go!
Wonderful.
So that's fantastical. So make sure you subscribed. You hit the notification bell because it can get cringy. All right. I'm a man of my word. If someone says they're going to do something, I'm going to do it as well. And I'm going to bring you something very powerful right now.
Warning.
Attention MMA-Holes.
Warning.
Be on the lookout.
Warning.
The 250
Warning.
deer.
This deer is very dangerous.
Come on.
I urge you to stay inside.
Warning.
Keep your
$250 fucking deer.
If you don't have an attic, we'll hide them in the refrigerator.
Deer. Run from the fucking deer. Deer. Oh my God, it's a fucking deer. Run from the deer. Deer.
Oh my God.
Pure madness. Run for your lives. Or hide in the refrigerator.
Oh shit, it's a deer. Oh my God, it's a fucking 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 deer.
D-Rest dropped the $250 donation. He says, we go, let's go. If you tell me that donation's coming in, I'm going to play your music. There we go. Thank you, D-Rest, for the music and for the deer. You are wonderful. A death donation to open up the show. All right, what a way to start the show. At $250, Bombski from D-Rest. And he has definitely become the king of the Monday night streams. I thank you, D-Rest, for your support, and especially through these times of craziness with the new baby here. She's on the verge of insanity right now. She's been a trooper. So thank God for Jess. How's everyone doing in the chat? Hopefully everyone is well. Hopefully everyone is wonderful. And more stuff circling around with this Musk versus Zuck situation in the UFC. Dana White saying it's not a gimmick fight. People are clipping Dana talking about how he doesn't do gimmick fights. Then he pops up with this shirt, doubling, tripling down on the cringe. Chael Sonnen making videos about this, and Chael saying that Zuckerberg called him up, his personal line, and then Zuckerberg goes on TMZ and says, that didn't happen. Ronda Rousey says, John Anik's talking about Ronda Rousey returning, and Ronda Rousey may come back to the UFC at 37 years of age. We don't know if Conor McGregor's going to come back to the UFC. Is he clean? Is he not clean? John Jones is hanging out over at the PFL over there. Is he coming back? That's the UFC. That's our favorite sport. That's the UFC for you. 2023, the UFC has been incredibly entertaining. My gosh. UFC 300 with Mark and Elon.
Super chat.
Congratulations on becoming a double champ father.
Thank you, Dank Armpits. What a name. Thank you
Wonderful,
for the wonderful donation. I am a double champion. That is correct. I did see with Sausage that says, do MMA fans care about Ronda anymore? Let's start with that. So John Anik throwing it out there saying this is the perfect time for Ronda to come back. And, I was thinking about it. I was like, Ronda returning. Amanda Nunes is gone. We don't know what's going on with Shevchenko. She's headlining a fight night with Grasso. She took that L, and she's trying to redeem herself over there. And you're looking at this 135-pound weight class, and you're like, it's wide open. It is wide open. Like, it actually kind of makes sense. When Ronda Rousey was doing her thing, the UFC was clicking. Like, everything was working with the UFC. A lot of people weren't a fan of Ronda Rousey, especially after the Tough situation when she coached Tough. But you can't dismiss the fact that she was a complete superstar, and the world stopped when she fought. It was nonsense. We spoke about this so many times, how like everyone would be riveted to a Ronda Rousey fight. Okay, and Casey Jones, I'm riveted to that gifted membership that you threw in there. Let's go, Casey. Come on, champ.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much. Who gets it? Encore MPW. Congrats, kid. You're a champion. Courtesy of Casey Jones. By the way, I really appreciate that gifted membership. Thank you so much. So let me pull this up here really quick. And this is just adding to the craziness that is the UFC. To me, I feel like they're scrambling a lot. Like, I've brought up the Nelk Boys and Dana White saying the weirdest things to the media. It doesn't feel like vintage Dana White. Dana White feels like he's kind of lost it a little bit. People have always criticized Dana. I'm still Team Dana. You know, this guy is the face of the UFC, but I do scratch my head at a couple of things that he said lately. And, you know, a lot of people are sliding into the DMs talking about this gimmick thing, and Dana doesn't do gimmick fights. So we're going to get to that as well. But let's talk about this Ronda thing since Sausage dropped it in the chat. Do you care? Let me ask you, chat. Do you care about a return of Ronda Rousey? Yes or no? Simple yes or no in the chat. Do you care? So it says here on a bloody elbow, which it looks like they did a little facelift to their website. Ronda Rousey won't re-enter the UFC without a guarantee that she would be competitive now. Without the guarantee that she would be competitive now. I don't even know what the hell that means, to be honest with you. But it says women's MMA pioneer Ronda Rousey hasn't been involved in the sport for a good 7 years. Recent retirement, blah, 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 blah. Should the 36-year-old Rousey decide to once again strap on a pair of 4-ounce gloves, UFC John Anik says now would be the best time. I got to be honest with you. At first, I was like, we're done with that. She's playing in WWE. She's having babies. She's got a farm, right? She's on YouTube talking like this. She's got that weird crackle in her voice. She's got the mole. She's been there, done that, you know? She did a lot already, so I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, well, women's MMA kind of, it's kind of you know, like last weekend we had a pretty good scrap, but still it's forgetful. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Women's MMA is a kind of a mess, and people are saying, hey, should we have WUFC, so like a separate, you know, entity for the ladies to throw down, not Invicta, but UFC women's version like WNBA. There's been a debate about that. And if that debate is being thrown out there, if there are a lot of people that are like, women's MMA sucks, and UFC 289 or whatever, Nunes versus Aldana, whatever pay-per-view that was, I'm sure it did terrible. Why not bring her back? When was women's MMA at its peak? Think about it. When was it at its peak? Like, there has been a lot better talent in the UFC since Ronda.
Wonderful.
But when was it on fire?
It's too late for her. We shit canned her dono. The Mahols has spoken. Nobody recovers from dono obliteration.
That is true. We did just get rid of the Ronda Rousey donation. Kind of fitting that this is in the news, right? Thank you, Tropic Tom. Appreciate that. So he says no. He put a squash on it. He says no. And you know what? I kind of get what he's saying. We did kick her to the curb. But maybe I'm playing devil's advocate right now. There has never been a time where women's MMA, and I see never in the chat, there has never been a time where women's MMA was phenomenal. Never. Besides Ronda. When Ronda was making that run, when women's MMA came into the UFC and Ronda was obliterating girls, maybe they weren't the highest level athletes out there. But still, she was running through these girls and she was a fucking rock star. People are saying that she beats Floyd Mayweather. She beats men in fights. Like, there was like this whole like mystical character that the UFC created, and we just ate it up. Why not insert that shit one more time into the UFC? They're talking about Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg, right? Now, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't. I know they're saying UFC 300, they got the merch out. It's just a gimmick. It's smoke and mirrors. I don't believe any of it. I don't buy it. If you were to say to me, are those two going to fight? I would be, no. Would I want them to fight? The answer is yes. Of course I would want them to fight. I am looking to watch, and I want to be entertained. I want to see two people locked in a cage. They don't have to be the best in the world. I mean, we watched Nate Diaz, for God's sakes, and we're excited. Is he the best in the world? No. Right? Zuckerberg versus Elon Musk in that cage would be hilarious. Would be fucking hilarious. In fact, I got a video I'll show later. I'll show them actually fighting. There's actually a video on the internet of those two fighting. Now, there is a point where you want to respect your sport, right? And I've been exhausted with the Jake Paul, experiments and some of these other circuits, like even the Gotti thing with Mayweather. It's like getting on my nerves. But we are watching the UFC. I'm still the biggest UFC fan, right? Like that's my thing. UFC is my thing. We entertained CM Punk. We entertained Greg Hardy. We entertained what's it called? Anything they throw in our direction. Like, we were just like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Ronda Rousey coming back would be phenomenal. And if she got sparked, it'd be hilarious. If she comes back and gets the belt, everyone would be arguing on the internet. And I got to be honest with you. I think Ronda, if she is in shape, has a legitimate shot at getting that belt back. Let's look at the rankings over here. 135. Without an Amanda Nunes in the mix, who is the champion killer, Holly, Ronda, who else? Cyborg. She's taken out all the champs, right? You look at 135. Vacated. You got Julianna Peña, Raquel Pennington, the redemption. I mean, Holly Holm probably would fucking work Ronda again. Probably. Because Holly just, I don't know. But I don't know if she'll finish her. Who knows? She hasn't. When was the last time Holly finished somebody? But Ketlin Vieira, Irene Aldana, I should say, Yana Santos, Penny. I mean, this is like, Jesus Christ. Like, who cares? Who cares about the 135-pound division? I don't care at all. I don't want to see any of these girls as champions. Like, if you look at it, do you want to see Julianna Peña, who's doing a good job with the cringe? She's all over the news, running her mouth. Do you I really want Julianna Peña as the 135-pound champion. I really need that in my life. I need melted candle Raquel Pennington. When she had a title shot, she was crying and saying, I don't even want to do this anymore. Do you want her as the champion? Do you want Holly Holm, who was a champion before, but she bores the fuck out of us lately? Decision, dominate, decision. Like, what the fuck? Do you want her back on the throne? Irene Aldana just got mushed by Nunes. Yana Santos getting plowed by a hammer chest. Do you want her? I don't want any of these girls. Keep on going down the list. KHAMZAT, yeah, I'm good. With her vintage fro. Macy Chiasson, I'm good. I don't need Ryan Reynolds as a bantamweight champion. I don't need it. I'm going to say this right now. Ronda Rousey, I know you're not a fan of the MMA-Holes, You denied coming on our show. And you said naughty things about us. But I'm going to say this right now. Come back. Come back to the UFC. Come back. Take back that belt. It's yours. It's yours for the taking. Get back in the gym. Stop screwing around with that WWE nonsense. Get in that octagon and get that belt back. Retire with the gold. And save women's MMA once again. Fight me. Fight me if you disagree. Fight me. Why? What is the alternative? Julianna Peña versus Raquel Pennington for the vacated strap? Would you rather see that? If you are against Ronda Rousey coming back, give me the alternative. Give me the better option. Give me the better option. John Attic is 100% right. At first, I laughed it off. I was like, I don't know. But I tell you what, I switched my train of thought very quickly. After a good 5 to 10 minutes, I was like, wait, hold on a second. He's fucking right. John Attic is right. Let's see some of these comments over here. Ronda average pay-per-view buys 1 million pay-per-view buys. Amanda pay-per-view buys 90K. That's accurate. It's accurate. When women's MMA was at its peak, when it was the most exciting, it was led by Ronda. Come on. Bring her back. Let's go. Throw the fucking money at her. Who knows? Maybe Ronda could save the year. Could you imagine? What a redemption story. Bitch was crying and whining, becoming the most annoying UFC fighter ever, going on Ellen, being a fucking crybaby. Everyone's shitting on her. She goes into hiding. She doesn't want to show her face. Could you imagine if Ronda just comes back? Gets the strap? Or could you imagine if Ronda Rousey comes back and, yeah, she fights Holly Holm again in a rematch, redeems herself, takes back the belt? Come on! Who would want to see that? I got to be honest with you. I have nothing against Holly Holm. I would love to see Ronda go in there and redeem herself. I don't want to see any more Holly Holm fights. I'm done with Holly Holm. I am done. I had to withstand UFC 208 in person. Durandamy versus Holm. It was horrible. Now, I did get to see Holly Holm lose to Miesha Tate. I was rooting for Holly, and Miesha choked her out. But let's be honest, if Miesha didn't choke her out, it would have been another nonsense decision. Holly Holm peaked at the head kick on Ronda. Ronda redeems herself, beats her in the rematch, gets the belt back. What is bigger than that at 135? In fact, I dare to say, what in the UFC right now is bigger than that fight? Overall, as a spectacle, with Conor McGregor not in the testing pool, what's bigger? John Jones, we don't even know if he's fighting. What's going on with him? Is he fighting Stipe? What's happening here? I got to be honest with you. John Jones fights Stipe Miocic, big fight, right? Ronda Rousey comes back, it's bigger. It's a bigger fight. More pay-per-views. Lock it up. She went over there and did her thing in the WWE. She left in a weird spot in the UFC. That would be massive. Absolutely massive. Women's MMA could be back on the map. Little girls could look at Ronda Rousey once again and be like, I want to be like Ronda. Ronda redeems herself, gets the belt. The UFC could be saved. Let me know in the chat what you think about this, because I think John Attic's onto something. And I'm not even a fan of Ronda. I used to be a fan of Ronda, but after she said naughty things about us, I'm not a fan. No way, Mas, you're overhyping her for no reason. All right, Cheetos. What at 135 is better? Please. I dare you to give me the fight at 135. Women's bantamweight. What is a better fight? What would you rather see? None of it. No one wants to shut down 135 too. Bring back Ronda or shut down women's MMA. That's what I'm going to say. I agree. Most people don't agree, but Ronda would make UFC better. It would. It would be exciting again. Whether you like her or you hate her, you got to admit, you'd be like, oh, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Ronda walking in, mean mugging again, with her hood over her head. I'm so mean. Fucking goes in there, rips her leg off, shut down women's MMA. All right, fine. That's the alternative. You have two options here. Because I got to be honest with you, Julianna Peña versus Raquel Pennington does nothing for me. It does absolutely nothing to me. I couldn't give two fucks. You'd be telling me, all right, Amanda Nunes is gone. She dominated everyone. Now we're going to have these nonsense fights? Let's be serious. Holly Holm's going to get her belt back. There's no way around it. Like, Holly Holm is on a crash course to get her belt back. There's nothing in her way right now. Holly will get it. At, 41 years of age, Holly Holm will get that belt back. If you want to stop that, we need to bring back Ronda, dig her from the grave, and have her redeem herself. We need that in the UFC. Because what are we talking about? Zuckerberg versus Elon Musk. That's what we're talking about over here. Musk versus Zuck. Because the UFC's a mess. Why do you think Dana White is all over Musk versus Zuck? One, it would be, if it ever did happen, like, if it would be in craziness. It would be absolute craziness. The pay-per-view buys through the roof. Merch would be through the roof. Right now, he's selling T-shirts of a fight that's never going to happen. But why do you think Dana White's all over this? Because Conor McGregor, he doesn't know when this fucking cash cow is coming back. They put all their eggs in the McGregor basket. He coaches tough, and he won't even fucking pass a USADA test. Ronda's the key. She's the key of everything right now. Dana loves gimmick fights. Let's pivot to that story because Dana White does address that. Dana White and his gimmick fights. And of course, Dana White's going to say a Dana White thing to defend himself. Okay, here we go. Let's get to this story over here.
Super chat.
A super chat. KC, what do you got?
I'm a bad boy cause I don't like horses. Free horsin'.
Let's go, champ.
Ninja Choke. Thank you, KC, for the 10 months of membership. He says, women's divisions are so shallow. It could happen. Yes, it could. There's nothing at bantamweight that would be any more interesting than that.
Wonderful.
I want to ask Jessie real quick. She came in. I just want to ask. I got a quick question off camera.
Women's MMA was peaking until Nunes beat Rousey. Then Valentina came around. There hasn't been competition in women's MMA since Super 208, except for the strawweight division.
It's a mess. Women's MMA is a fucking mess. And with Amanda Nunes bowing out and Valentina Shevchenko taking a blemish, and who knows if Alexa Grasso wins again, which I don't think she will. I think Valentina should win. But if Alexa wins again, Alexa Grasso is your pound-for-pound champion. Like, she's the girl. Nothing against Alexa Grasso. But what? Huh? That's your pound-for-pound. That's the GOAT. Alexa Grasso, the GOAT. There she is. You kidding me with that nonsense? Alexa Grasso? What? Dude, not that long ago, I was like, I don't even know if Alexa Grasso's UFC caliber. Like, I was literally having that conversation. I don't know. Alexa Grasso might be hype. She's the fucking GOAT of women's MMA. Dude, I can't even make this shit up. Let me double check. Oh, nope. She's pound for pound. She's a girl. Here it is. Alexa Grasso. I mean, when you think dominating, Alexa Grasso, right? Like, right there. Dude, it's because she's hot. It's because people want to fuck her. That's why she's there. Is it because she's a phenomenal mixed martial artist? No. Not even close. Dude, it's craziness. This is what happened. Everything's falling apart in the UFC. We got Alexa Grasso. Think about it. Let this sink into your head. Alexa Grasso is the pound-for-pound top-ranked girl right now. And I got to be honest with you, Waffles, I don't think she is hot, but people do. So I'm just going to go with it. Alexa Grasso. Alexa, Sorry, Alexa was actually, because I kept on saying Alexa. Jesse, can you hop on mic real quick? 1 sec. I want your opinion on this real quick. Jesse got the baby. Jesse's exhausted, but I do want to get her opinion on this. Let me ask you this question. What? Alexa Grasso is your pound for pound #1 female fighter, okay? Mm-hmm. Women's bantamweight is gone. No Amanda Nunes, right? So you got Pennington and you got Julianna Peña on top.
Okay.
John Addix says, why not Ronda Rousey come back?
Okay.
What do you think?
I would love that.
Right? Would that, I mean...
I think that would be fantastic.
There we go. Done. Take a shower. She didn't have to think about it. She didn't even have to think about it. Jessie didn't even think about it. She's like, yes. Thank you, Niall. I mean, it's a no-brainer. At first, I did have to think about it. I was like, wait, hold on a second. What's John going on about? Ronda's too old. Holly's 41, right? How old's Holly? Holly came into the UFC a little older. I remember it took a while to get her in there. There was all that hype. Dude, I love it. No, Jessie's in the shower. She's bathing. So, yeah, let me know in the chat what you think. I know people could be resistant to this. You know, there are a lot of people that don't like Ronda. I understand why people don't like Ronda. Yeah, I get that. I'm not saying you have to like Ronda Rousey. You have to root for Ronda. I'm saying let's make this shit interesting. If you bring Ronda back and she loses again, she might commit suicide. Yeah, well that makes it fun too. You know, I would love to. There's no bad scenario. Ronda comes back, right? If she wins, everything gets thrown upside down. Everything is crazy. If Ronda comes back and somehow she beats Holly, rematches, beats Holly, gets the belt. It'd be insane. If Ronda loses and then goes on that crybaby tour again, that's fantastic as well. I like both outcomes. There's no way we lose. We win either way. It's hilarious. It makes it interesting. But who wouldn't want to see Ronda mean mugging onto the cage again? You know, running back, getting that belt back. Without Nunes there, I mean, she's got a legit shot. She's got a legit shot. I don't know what kind of shape she's in. I don't watch WWE. I don't even know if Ronda's... Is Ronda even... Is she even doing anything in WWE now? Like, I don't know. Can someone update me on this? Rogan wanted to drink her sweat. Yeah, Rogan loved Ronda. Loved her. Let's see. I heard Cyborg is coming. Dude, Sleeper, I would love that. I was so bummed when Cyborg left, but you know why Cyborg left? She wasn't a team player. She was too much of a nudnik. She just kept going back and forth with Dana, throwing him under the bus. She's throwing, like, they're both throwing each other under the bus. It's like, Cyborg, how stupid are you? Like, Cyborg, they literally made a weight class for Chris Cyborg. All she had to do was play the game. Just play the fucking game. No, I do want to play the game. I'm not being treated correctly around here. And then Cyborg goes to fucking Bellator. Just shut your mouth, Cyborg. Stop making stupid videos and trashing your boss. He's gonna send you. He's gonna kick you to the curb. He made 145 for Chris Cyborg. She should have rematched Amanda Nunes. I wish that did happen. I know she got finished pretty quick. But I got to be honest with you. Cyborg Nunes 2 would have been way more competitive. I think, at least. I still think that. But she fucking shot herself in the foot. How about this? Ronda comes back. She fights Chris Cyborg finally. What about that? What? Would never happen. Would never happen. Could you imagine that? Double dip. UFC gets both back in there. Yes, give that to me. I would love to fight her again. That's not going to happen. But Ronda could come back. I wouldn't be surprised. Cyborg, she buried herself. Cyborg is old news buddy. Dude, I would be all over Chris Cyborg coming back to the UFC. I'd be all over it. Because I got to be honest with you. Women's MMA is terrible right now. It's terrible. It's terrible. Alexa Grasso is the pound for pound #1. It's a mess. It's a hot mess. I like Zhang Weili. Nothing against her. But I want some juice, man. At least with Amanda Nunes when she fought, you're like, well, how bad is she going to fuck up her opponent? And then she lost to Peña, and that was like a crazy thing, right? Valentina Shevchenko on an L, trying to come back over here. Imagine Valentina Shevchenko can't get that win back. I don't see how. I got to be honest with you. Valentina should win the rematch. But then Valentina is the number one. And I'm kind of sick of Valentina too. It's weird, man. This is the state of the UFC. So I want to know in the chat, how would you fix it? Like, what can save the UFC right now? It's not like the UFC's in trouble. They're making a lot of money. Pay-per-view buy is not that great, but they still got their sponsors. They got their merch. They're selling tickets. They're selling out every venue. So UFC's fine. But as a fan, what would make the UFC a little bit better for you in the chat? I'm with John Anik on this one. I'm Team Anik. Bring back Ronda Rousey. Let's push Conor aside. Maybe he'll come back next year. Maybe he'll never come back. I don't know. Bring back Ronda. That's what I say. Chat, what do you think? Bring back steroids. I'm down with that as well. I can go for some steroids in the UFC. Why not? Bring back bare knuckles. No more women's fighting, says Dominic Reyes. I don't want to get rid of it, but I wouldn't be against it separated. In fact, if you don't have to, do women's UFC. You could just make all female title fights fight night on fight nights, and I would like that. So what they're doing with Grasso and Shevchenko, I think women's MMA should be fight night main events. That's kind of cool. It's free. You got a belt on the line. Yeah. I mean, what do you guys think about that? If women's MMA, if all, don't get it out of the UFC, right? You already got it there. Fight nights, you throw that belt out there. Of course, not going to be every weekend, but, when it's time for the ladies to fight for a strap, throw it on a fight night. I'm cool with that. Don't need it on my pay-per-views. But you know why they have it on pay-per-views, right? Because they need a certain amount of title fights, right? They need title fights to happen because of their contracts with sponsorships. So they throw these crazy title fights together and say, see, we put a title fight on there. I mean, they're making up a BMF belt and all this stuff. So that's probably not going to happen. But we do have a fight night coming up, Shevchenko and Grasso. We shall see. Florida, we just had STD a few weeks ago. That fight was canceled. Women can only fight 3 weeks a month, let alone STD. What? I'm biased, though. Biased on what, though? I am biased in many things, but what are you talking about? Women's heavyweight division, I'm all for. The problem with women's heavyweight is it's going to be very novice, right? It's going to be like two lunch ladies going at it because what's the talent level like? And I'm fine with that. Make it sloppy like the old days. Have two sloppy, crazy, thick women go in there and beat the shit out of each other. I'm down with that. I think that would help. That would make things interesting. Conor Diaz 3 will be boxing, probably. Which, that's a bummer. Bungy cords and weapons, Thunderdome, like that. The BMF belt should be open weight, similar to ADCC's Absolute Champion. So maybe I'm in the minority with this, but I don't need open weight. I don't. Do you guys need open weight? I don't. I'm cool with weight classes, keeping guys, on the same level. I don't. What do we need open weight for? What's the benefit of it? I don't know. I kind of like weight, hitting the same number. Do I enjoy women's fighting? So I do. I actually do, because here, look at this card that happened, right? Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. We got Strickland fighting up this weekend. We'll talk about a little bit of that. I'll even open up some phone lines tonight, courtesy of D-Rest. Got to go through this too as well. All right, so the Jacksonville card, which was somewhat interesting. We do have a bunch of things to talk about this. But what the fuck? There we go. The co-main event, Macy Barber, Amanda Hebos. That was fun. You give me fights like this, I'm in. Macy's nuts. I'm in. There are decent women's MMA fights. They're few and far between, but when they do happen, they're good. This co-main event turned out to be a fucking wild, man. Macy's nuts. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed that fight. Now, Ricci versus Robertson, it was competitive, but I got to be honest with you, like, I could have fell asleep during that. I don't know. I don't need it. But yeah, the Macy Hebos fight was a banger. That was a banger of a fight. So listen, it's not like I'm like I hate women's MMA. That's not what I'm saying here. I think it needs a little something. You know, it's kind of like it's lacking. Even with this fight being really good, do we care? I don't know. Releasing a song is sign of fighters on their downfall. What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Tough House Coaches. Gosh, dude, State View Capital, do you want to see that? Is that something you'd be interested in? That shit sounds like watching paint dry. The Bush division where the girls grow out their muffs. That'd be cool. Bring back Coke Jones. I would like that. I'm sure the UFC would like that. How you doing, Turpy? What the fuck you have, Downs, baby? You are late as fuck. Silverback, what is he? I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. 9% of the time when I do my picks for women's, I choose decisions because that's always seems to be the result. Yeah. A women's decision fight is most likely a lock. There's a women's tough every year. You get more talent, male audience, and plant seed of MMA and future female fighters. You can do that with the Contender Series, too. You don't need tough. You don't have to torture us with many weeks of watching people in a house drink and, I don't know, talk shit. I'd rather do the Contender Series. Amanda Hebos robbed. You think? UFC versus Bellator. I would like to see that. UFC versus Bellator. Listen, I'm down. Cross promotions. Dana's not going to do it. He's made it very clear. I've tried to pitch like UFC PFL crossover. I would like with Ngannou and Jones. They paid Francis Ngannou, so the UFC doesn't have to pay him a dime, right? You put a fight together. You make promotion versus promotion. The baddest man on the planet. Let's go. Make it happen in Africa. You know? PFL flipping half the bill. Let's do it. Nah, they're not going to do that shit. Emmett was robbed. Good to see the norms here. Women love reality shows. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what the ratings are for Tough. I couldn't imagine it being good. So anyway, if you're just jumping in, we're discussing something that's kind of interesting. Like, first off, we started off the show talking about, how crazy the UFC is right now. Like, what the fuck is going on? You're talking about Elon Musk versus Zuck, Conor McGregor. Can't even pass a UC. Like, he's not even getting tested by USADA. He's not coming back this year. You got Chael Sonnen lying. Like, what's that about? Yo, guys, why is Chael Sonnen, which I already called him a liar before, and people kind of got on me, but I guess I'm a little mystical. Chael Sonnen, the guy with the fucking... that talks like he's a fucking sea lion. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, Chael. Chael, what's with the sea lion hands? Chael. Here's the thing. Like, what the fuck? I feel like you should throw a fish at him. All right, let's see what Chael has to say here.
Oh, Jesus.
Zuckerberg contacts me because he saw your tweet that I'm coming on.
Oh, my God.
Zuckerberg has told me that he has agreed to fight Elon Musk.
By the way, Chael's getting like old man voice now. He's my age. It's kind of freaking me out. When did Chael Sonnen start being like, I'm Chael Sonnen? Sounding like he's like 80 years old.
At UFC 300.
Why are you talking like this? Sonnen, get off my lawn. How many times I got to tell you get off my lawn? I'm about to get the shotgun if you keep stepping on my grass.
100. And it was a very big deal. He kept bringing up like the date because Elon could never say he doesn't have something to do. He could never say that he was busy. So what do you want me to do with this? Why don't you call in? Why don't you just call in?
He said, you tell Ariel. Ariel knows how to get a hold of my people. That's what he said. I delivered the message.
Is this true? Is this a shoot?
That
By the way, what the fuck does a shoot mean? What does that mean? Is this a shoot? Is this false? Is this fake? A shoot. Is that a wrestling term? Anyone in the chat, what does a shoot mean? I have no idea. I heard that before. I was like, what? What is that?
A hold of my people. That's what he said. I delivered the message.
Is this true? Is this a shoot?
That just happened.
Is it work? No, it's wrestling. Dude, what are we doing? Grow up. Grow the fuck up and stop watching wrestling.
Ethan is my
It's for kids.
witness, my son Thero, my dog Duke.
Wow, this is a shoot?
Dude, Ariel, you're a fucking grown man. You're 40, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Is this a shoot? Bro, chill. He's got dementia? Apparently, he's lying about this.
This is a shoot.
You know what's funny? I actually DM'd him about a similar topic. So you're saying, can I repeat? You're saying Mark Zuckerberg DM'd you because he found out.
No. I was on the phone.
What?
The phone.
You talked to him on the phone? First time?
Yes.
So why is Shell lying about this? What is going on with Shell? What's happening here? So here is the story. TMZ. I didn't call Chael Sonnen about Musk after a UFC 300 claim. So Zuckerberg is denying this.
My face lit up Meta. By the way, I did this to impress a girl back when I was
So now Chael is like deflecting from the fact that he's lying. But I don't know, all right.
I was at the Olympic Training Center, Colorado Springs. They had one phone. It was free, and you could call anywhere in the world, but you only got 5 minutes. And there was a person that monitored it. Anyway, when you called people, their phone, it would say United States Olympic Training Center. So I used to go there, and I had nobody to talk to. I would call every number I knew just because his popped up Meta. I thought it was cool, and I answered the phone.
Okay, so, and he says, hi, Chael, Mark Zuckerberg here. Did you ask him how he got your number?
No.
Okay.
Rolled right with it like we were old friends.
Yeah.
I thought maybe we were.
What the fuck is going on?
The way he talked to me was like we were. And I spent some time in Palo Alto. You know, Stanford used to have a wrestling program and whatnot. Frank Shamrock used to train with the Stanford team. And the way he said, I just went with it. I did the same thing when I talked to Dana White for the first time ever. He called me Kale. He says, hey, Kale. Dana.
I believe that. The Kale. He called him Kale. That's actually pretty funny.
And I said, hey, like we were all, you know, I didn't have the number.
Oh, maybe he didn't. I don't know. Maybe is Chael Sonnen, is that the shtick? Because, like, and it would work, right? Because he's got 1 million+ subscribers on his YouTube channel. He's doing just fine. He's literally lying to his fans constantly. He makes predictions like he's locked in on his prediction. They're always wrong, right? So maybe he's just doubling and tripling down on this and saying, well, I'm just going to keep lying about everything. I'm just going to lie about every story I tell is a lie with a little hint of truth here and there. But most likely, if I'm going to say something, it's a fib. Maybe that's the bit. Maybe that is. Not saying I completely trust Zuck, but I don't quite trust Chael because I don't. He's like, there's been a lot of bullshit that's come out of Chael's mouth. A little birdie told me that this was going to happen. John Jones was going to fight this person. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't. That's not happening. He's like Hulk Hogan of MMA. So what's up with Chael? Is that a bit? It must be, right? It's got to be. So he's just blatantly lying to everybody. It worked. TMZ made an article about it. It worked. Zuckerberg, hold on, let's see. Was talking inside Nat claims Zuckerberg personally called him to reveal that Elon Musk fight would go down in UFC 300. So says a rep Meta, who tells TMZ. So a rep said to TMZ. So it wasn't even from Zuck. It was a rep. Maybe he did call. No such phone conversation ever took place. Who do you believe, chat? I think they're both fucking liars, to be honest. I think I think there might have been some interaction between the two, but I have a feeling they're both fucking playing us. And I could understand now why people are kind of getting over this. Like they're over it already. They're like, all right, Musk's Zuck, let's move on. It's never happening. It's just a publicity stunt. And then you got people that are like circling the situation, feeding off of it. You got us making streams about it. We're all taking the bait, baby. We're all taking the bait. Musk and Zuckerberg aren't even in the same weight class. No, that's what I was saying. I was saying I don't know how they're going to sanction that. What weight would they fight at? You know, but would I like to see it? Of course. Like, who would not want to see a shit show? Well, I have great news for you. I have very good news for you, because from our friend Keenan K, I actually have footage. They've fought before. Zuckerberg and Elon Musk have competed before in a combat situation. I'm going to show you. One's in the chat if you've seen this before. You're going to be shocked if you've never seen this video, which I've never seen. I just saw it today for the first time, and I was shocked that this actually went down. But it happened. It happened. It was in Street Beefs. That's correct. Street Beefs. The great street. I mean, out of all places, Street Beefs. This is a go Keenan K _TV. Follow him on Instagram. That's Elon Musk, guys. That's really him.
Center, hit him in the body. Work that body. Get out of the water.
That's him, guys. That's Mark Zuckerberg right there.
You see it.
They're doing this in a backyard, guys. Telephone poles, bootleg cage.
Punch him. Body shots. Body shots. Arrest him. Why? Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy.
This actually went down, guys. I know you may not believe it, but this happened, guys. The fighter, so it's actually a rematch that the UFC, like if you look here, that's Elon Musk, guys. That is him. That is him. I would never show a video that's not real. That's Mark Zuckerberg. I'm telling you guys. Real as fuck.
Punch him. Body shots.
I mean, would I lie to you guys? What do I look like? Chael Sonnen? I would never lie to you guys. Never, never. So they want a rematch in a real octagon this time. You know, the first time was in a backyard. They thought no one had a camera going.
Body shots.
AI generated. Could someone time out Niall Flanagan for false misinformation in the chat? AI? Bro. What kind of world do you live in?
Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy.
I can't believe this, man. I don't know how I didn't see this video earlier, but I was shocked when I saw the combat between the two. And I got to be honest with you, Mark Zuckerberg's got to work on that gas tank. Elon was putting in the work here. Look at him. Look at Elon coming in. He could even eat the punch. That right came in. Look at Flurry and Elon. Still, look, the head movement by Elon Musk. Dude, insanity. How would you not want to see the sequel inside the octagon under the big lights? UFC 300. Well, he's not a scumbag, Raptor. He's not a scumbag. He's just false information, you know, misinformation. This is the video Zuckerberg tried to censor. Yeah, I know, he tried. But he can't censor stuff from the MMA-Holes. You know what I'm saying? That's completely real. That is real, guys. And if you don't believe that, I don't know what to say. So we got Chael Sonnen lying. You better be messing around. That was actually a nice guy. Yeah. If you're just jumping in here, Chael Sonnen lied to everybody. We think Ronda Rousey. I've convinced the chat that Ronda Rousey should come back and save women's MMA with the loss of Amanda Nunes. So many stories to get to tonight. Let's see what else we got here. Let's actually roll through a little bit of Saturday's card. Let's do it like let's do the cliff notes of it, run through it, and I'll talk about the things that really stand out to me. And then we'll get to some phone lines. Now, we have a Discord link down below in our link tree. So a description, there's a link tree over there. Discord's free. And the video that's dropping on Thursday, the song about Sean Strickland, the visuals were created by the audience. The song was me, but the visuals were created by the audience, so you're going to be delighted to see. So if you're in our Discord, you get a little sneak peek of what's going down Thursday night, or you could actually be co-creators of the craziness that we put out on the internet. So go check out the Discord 24/7. They're there to hold your hand. D-Rest is it's a very nice place. I saw D-Rest giving death threats to poor Lou Dog's got like his hands full, and D-Rest is shitting on him. I'm like, what's going on here? So yeah, if you want to see that, if you want to see some extra curricular activities in the, outside of the MMA-Holes universe, go to the Discord. I'm like, dude, what is going on? All right. Anyway, am I in my mom's basement? No, I'm in your mom's basement. You know what I'm saying? I'm in your mom's basement right now. All right. Oh, Randy Brown, I saw was on Ariel. Was that good? Should I run that back? Randy Brown was in studio. Shout out to Randy Brown, man. I might have to go back and watch that interview. So Dumas comes back, gets a win. And I'm not a big fan of the guy. He seems like a lowlife, but he gets the win. He needed this win. First UFC win, opening up the card. Looked pretty solid. Got a decision. Jack Jenkins split decision on Emmers. Okay. Whatever. Mariscal gets the win over Trevor Peek. This one here, I urge you, go back and watch. It was fantastic. It was sloppy, and it introduces you to Chep Mariscal, who I never even knew of. This guy over here is phenomenal. So much fun to watch. Is he a champion? No. No. But is he fun? Hell yeah. I thought that his opponent was the guy that was going to be, this dude's fucking all fun. Trevor Peek throwing those hammer fists, standing hammer fists. He did that again. But Mariscal got the job done, the decision. He looked great. That was a fun fight, man. That's what I want to see. I want to see craziness. Van gets split decision over Zumagulov. I'd be shocked if Zumagulov still has a job after this. He went with the Patty Pimblett hair, and still the judges said, nope, not going to work. Split decision, another loss for the kid. And that's a bummer because he seems like a very likable guy, but you lost. Tabitha Ricci gets a really strong win against Robertson. Ricci's ass prevails. It's dominating. The gluteus maximus is very strong, and a lot of people probably beat off to this girl, so that works better for the UFC. Whereas Jillian Robertson looks too much like Marvin Vettori with a wig, so I don't think she's very marketable. So Tabitha Ricci, incredible job. Rebecca gets the win over Rajabov. Nice, solid performance. Gets the finish in the second round. Cracks him, finishes him. See you later. Randy Brown gets a win over Wellington Turman. Very tough fight, and I have worries about Randy. Randy's been he's on a roll, man. He lost one out of his last 6 or something, but he's winning. The problem is the guy that we've seen before with that crazy striking and so much fun to watch. I don't know, he's not finishing guys. I'm hoping that he could finish a couple of guys in the future, but he got the job done. Jamaica moves forward with the win. Neil Magny beats Philip Rowe in one of the most horrific fights of all time. And now Neil Magny wants to fight Ian Gary. He likes it. He wants to beat up the Irish kid. Neil is what he is. I wasn't surprised that he won this fight, but it was terrible. Brendan Allen, a standout on Saturday night. In fact, the main card was very good, considering the prelims are kind of eh. But Brendan Allen is a player. He's becoming one of my favorite fighters to watch. And he will take Khamzat Chimaev. He will take anybody. He can play on the ground. He can play on the feet. Brendan Allen is game. He sounds like Bobby Boucher. He's got the dopey hat. Yes, feed me more Brendan Allen. I want to see him get a big fight. He's redeemed himself from the Curtis fight and the Sean Strickland fight. And he's the package. He really is. He's a lot of fun. He's still relatively young at 27 and had a very strong performance against Silva. Silva just could not handle the Bobby Boucher power. First round, rear naked choke, dominate. Onama gets the uppercut win over Santos. Let's see. Justin Tafa, the eye poke. And then he said he wanted the bonus, and people are shitting on him online. I'm not even going to talk about it. Macy Barber versus Amanda Hebas. We spoke about this before. Very solid co-main event. Macy had a very good performance. I put the bet in. I won the bet. A Mystical Moss plus money once again. Would be surprised if Silva got cut. Yeah, man. Yo, Bruno Silva, he's a guy I bet on in the past. But, yeah, he hasn't looked very good. Yeah, he beat Tavares. That was the one I bet on, actually. But, yeah, lost to Mearshart, lost to Alex Pereira, which is not, I mean, you know what? No, I don't think he does get cut. You lost to Allen, Mearshart, and Pereira. I mean, Mearshart might be a little questionable, but he's still tough. I would say one more. I don't know how many he's got left on his contract. If he doesn't have anything left, maybe. But, yeah, it's not like he's not losing to bad people. But that was a tough one. That was definitely a tough loss for him. He hasn't really panned out. Main event. Topuria versus Emmett. Josh Emmett showed incredible heart and toughness. This here was more, what's the word I'm looking for? It was more enjoyable than Vettori. Like, Vettori showed his toughness and Cannonier put on some performance. But Josh Emmett, even in the fifth, like, you thought they could stop it the fourth round. He came out in the fifth round swinging like a lunatic, like, let's go. Heart of a lion, did not retire, but did get pummeled for majority of the fight. So Emmett doesn't retire. He says he's going to go back to the drawing board. A lot of people in our chat were yelling retire. But Emmett is clearly a gatekeeper. He's not really going to be a champion, but he's fun. The guy's a fun guy to watch. And Ilia Topuria is saying how he's going to finish Volk. He's got all this hype now. I am a fan of Topuria.
Aw, super chat.
Thanks for the stream, Moss.
I want to say, Furious Storm, I want to say this. Let me just say this right now. That $2 means the world to me. I want to thank you from the bottom of my MMA hole for that $2. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ilia Topuria. This guy, he's the real deal. Him over Sarukian, like I know different weight classes, but like Topuria I'm excited about. He makes things interesting at 145. Still, I feel we have to pump the brakes when you're talking about finishing Volk. And you got a guy like Max Holloway ahead of you. You have Arnold Allen still in the way as well. I feel like I can't crown him quite yet, but my God, I would love to root for this guy. He's fun. He's fun. But going out there saying you can finish Volk, I understand you want to get the fight. You want to fight for the belt. Not quite there yet. Not quite there. But I am definitely looking forward to it. I would love to see him move up, fight Patty because of that beef going on. I would love to see that. But is he fun to watch? Of course. I say the next fight is him, Allen. That's the fight. Allen came off that loss to Max. You put Topuria versus Allen in there. Allen has a chance to redeem himself against the undefeated hype train. Topuria could run over another guy that people are I guess you could say a hype train in Allen. I think that's the fight. I know Topuria probably doesn't want that fight. He wants to move past Allen, but I think that's where it is. So let me know in the chat what you think. Now he's from Georgia, right? That's the flag. Germany? I thought he was Georgian. No, I was way off. I know him and Marab have like a bromance, so maybe they've just trained together. I don't fucking know. Anyway, yeah, what do you guys think about Topuria? What do you say about him? Alan, what do you mean what's wrong? What the fuck? What do you mean what's wrong with this guy? What is wrong with you? That is the fight to make. How dare you? Topuria is number 9. He beat the number 5 guy. He just broke into the top 5. Who do you want him to fight, you fucking penis? What's wrong with you? Topuria is the new McGregor. All right. McGregor was finishing everybody on the way up. Topuria just won a decision. What? The only guy he did was Holloway. Wait, hold on. What are you guys saying? Hold on. Let me see his chat. I actually think he could finish Volk. Call me crazy. What? Really? I hope you're right. Because I got to be honest with you. Nothing against Volk, but that'd be wild seeing Topuria as a champ. Dude said Topuria's the next McGregor. I don't know what the fuck. Are you guys on? Is there a full moon or something? Yes, son. K-Dog sup. Finish Volk, LOL. He couldn't finish Emmett, and Emmett sucks balls. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, you look at the Josh fight, and Emmett doesn't suck balls, but Volk beats Emmett, right? MMA math. I mean, I don't know. A little weird. Topuria the real deal, but doesn't beat Volk or Max. I agree.
Oh,
I agree.
Super chat.
Drew.
Congrats on the baby.
Thank you. And I want to say thank you so much. That $1.99 is it's very nice of you. Times are rough right now, you know. Gas is high. You know, work is tough to get these days. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. I love my baby, so thank you for saying that. Who does Volk finish exactly? He doesn't have crazy knockout power. What does that have to do with anything? I don't know. Like, what's the point? Hey, congrats on the second kid, Mossy and JB. Thank you, Brett. Appreciate it. We're very happy, and Jesse's very stressed. She's doing a lot of the heavy lifting, so I would be lost without her. Yeah, I had it paused. I'm playing all the donos, man. I got it there. I always show up. Damn sausage, what's up? Decisions count as wins. You can't always knock out opponents. Yeah, I know. Listen, I dig the knockout. Chicks dig the long ball. Mystic Moss digs the knockout. But I do appreciate what Volk has done. Volk is very good, and I think it's very disrespectful to say that Topuria is going to go in there and knock him out. From what we've seen on Saturday, Topuria looks good. But pump the brakes, man. We got a war. If Topuria goes in there with Volkanovski, it's a war. But I gotta be honest with you. I could see Volk just working Topuria, man. I see Max Holloway working Topuria. And I like Ilya. Like, I actually genuinely like the guy. I'm not shitting on him, but I'm being as realistic as possible. Feed him Arnold Allen. Let's see what happens there. And then who knows? The way featherweight is, you just never know. He could be up for a title shot after that. You never know. It all depends if Max Holloway's going to sit there and block the division. He's fighting Korean Zombie. I don't know. The matchmaking is bizarre. You just had 8 versus 5. You got Holloway versus number 7 in Jung. Yair's going to link up with Volkanovski to unify. So get that. Find out who the real champ is. Brian Ortega's in limbo. Tracy Cortez, I don't know what happened. She took his... I don't know what happened. Nowhere to be found. Calvin Cater, what's up with him? It's just weird. Giga Chikaze, after he took that loss. Like, this guy, everyone was saying Giga was the guy. Featherweight's a little weird right now, but Topuria does make it more interesting. He does. So put him up against Allen. Let's go. Don't stop making me match these fights. Cut it out, UFC. I'm doing all your heavy lifting. So anyway, that's the card there. Let me see if there's any other stories, and then I'm going to open up phone lines. I want to say thank you to the donators. I want to say thank you to our sponsors. Shout out to mybookie.ag. The promo code is MMAHOLES for a 100% match on your first deposit. If you're going to place a bet, go to mybookie.ag. We got mybookie.ag for the bets, and it's the best place to do it. Use that promo code for a 100% match. We also have millions. Check out the link in the description. The Hearn said he got something from Billy Q or from Billy Q. So there's a link in the description down below. Millions. This is co-founded by Bruce Buffer, and they're working with the MMA-Holes to help out the fighters. So click the link down below. You can get their merch. You can get signed stuff like shirts and gloves and, you know, fight-worn bras, whatever the fuck your weird ass is interested into. You can check out that link in the description, and it helps out the fighters, and it helps out the MMA-Holes. So there we go. By the way, Money Moicano is coming on Wednesday night, and we'll have a link to his millions in our live chat. So if you want to support him, you can do that as well. But Money Moicano coming on the show Wednesday night. Tomorrow we'll be doing Tough. Friday we're fooking off. Saturday the fights. A lot of content. And wow, we got something every day. Thursday we're dropping the Sean Strickland song as well. My goodness. Let's see this. Wow, we got something every day that we are pumping out the content, baby. Let's go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Make sure you subscribed. Make sure you subscribe to the channels. So, yeah, so if you look over in our video section, we have the Man Dance that's dropping Thursday night Mark your calendars. It's going to be the biggest song to ever hit the internet. You guys are going to be playing. It's going to be your ringtone. You're going to be driving around your cars. It's free for the people. Sean Strickland dropped a fucking track that's going to blow your mind. Okay. All right, what else we got here? Speaking of Sean Strickland, segue. Running a very fluent show tonight. I'm very proud of us. We got this under control. Hope Yair shocks us all and beats Volk. Dude, that'd be nuts. Yair beating Volk, it literally would just shoot, like, it would be a now, and then you open up that rematch with Holloway, and Moicano is Wednesday. So this video over here is Sean Strickland beating up a fan.
So this is Johnny. I met Johnny.
Hey guys.
I met Johnny walking. And he was showing me some cool shadow boxing shit. And I was like, bro, you should come train. I didn't think Johnny would show up, but Johnny showed up. Johnny.
I tell you what, I do like that Sean was like, yo, show up at the gym, we'll fight. Like, I love that. And is Sean and Chris Curtis, are they banging? Like, I think it's it. I mean, I'm starting to think that this bromance is going on between the two of them. It's getting a little, they might be.
Johnny, let me ask you, how hard do you want me to fall? Like, yeah, 100%, 50%, 69, we'll make it even 70, let's get it.
All right, so
we're gonna work with Johnny.
He's asking him how hard does he want to spar.
Johnny, you fought before. A little bit.
They got fucking music over here. How come I can't fast forward this shit? It's a bummer, Instagram. All right, so there's a couple of videos I want to show you guys. Here's the thing, guys. All right, here it is. How come I can't fast forward? Why is Instagram like that? All right, so we're just going to get to him beating up the guy. Sean just puts on an act. He was a long-haired liberal before. Yeah, there's a bunch of older pictures of Sean. I can't stand Volk. Annoys me worse than Peña. I kind of get it. Like, Volk, he doesn't seem like a dick. And he's not cringy. I don't know what the fuck it is with Volk, man. He's just a weird dude, man. He looks like a bald eagle. All right, here we go. All right, so here they go. This is Sean and a fan going. By the way, this kid's pretty big, man. Look at this kid. Oh, my God. He's going at Sean. Look, he's going at him. Yeah, he's going at him. Sean's letting him have it. Oh, here comes Sean. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This kid. Oh, the kid hits him with a leg kick. The right come. Oh, drop down. Hey, I'll give him credit. He went in there with them. Sean's got to fight this Saturday. He's got to fight this Saturday. And look at cracking my man. But you know what? He did the man dance. Congrats, man. He did the man dance. There's more. Oh, there's more. So there are videos now of Sean taking on two guys. One being Chris Curtis. I don't know who the other guy is. So there he is. He's baiting him on here. Let's see what we got here. This is Sean. So go follow Sean's Instagram. Strickland_MMA_. Now, I notice either people really like Sean or people really hate Sean. Like, I feel like there's no in the middle. It's either you really like him or you just can't stand him. I like Sean. Jessie's like on the fence. She's not a big fan. But what do you guys think? Are you team Sean? I mean, I don't know how you don't like Sean. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Maybe you don't agree with his political views. I don't know. So here's Curtis and whoever else is in there. 2-on-1. Just another day in Extreme Couture. Look at this shit. Oh my God, what's happening? Why is this happening? Wow. Well, Chris nice one. Look at this shit.
Fucking pussies.
He calls them fucking pussies. Oh my God. Like, what is going through Sean's head here? I know he's got a lot of trauma as a kid. Like his dad, who apparently was a piece of shit. Like an alcoholic, degenerate. Like, what's happening here? Is it like, does Sean like go into this survival mode where like he was a kid and his dad was beating him up or some shit like that, and he like wants these moments to happen? Like, it seems like he wants this. Like, what psychologically is going on here? Why would you do this getting ready for a fight? Like, all the wrong things could happen.
Let's go. I'm here to play.
Now, I do notice it doesn't look like Chris is going all in. It looks like it might, it might be for the content too. But still, I like it. I like it. I like it. Pretty funny, man. Horrible childhood is the best base for MMA. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. If you got slapped around by your drunk father, put on some 4-ounce gloves. You'd be a champion. Well, or you could be Sean Strickland. I like Sean, man. Sean Strickland somehow getting the middleweight belt would be the best thing ever. It would be the best thing ever. Like, legit, Izzy, get the fuck out of the way. So, we need to whack Izzy in a parking lot or something like that, and somehow, or Sean, I don't know. Sean finally hits Izzy and they fight, and I don't know. Sean pulls out a 2x4. Think how much this dude has actually sparred, probably more than anybody in the UFC. That's all they do, so he probably doesn't worry about learning anything new. Yeah, it seems like anytime, like, it seems like he's always running around giving people advice. This guy, all he does is fight. Like, I feel like as soon as he wakes up in the morning, he's fighting his cat, like, or whatever the fuck, punching his girlfriend in the face. He has a funny quote in here. Is this the best way to train for a fight? No. Is it the most fun? Yes. UFC PFL versus CTE. Dude's out of his mind. I think Sean Strickland, I'm going to go out there and say it, I think he's like low-key a genius. I have a feeling like he comes across like a caveman, but I think that Sean Strickland is low-key very intelligent. He may not seem like it, but there's something that tells me he's not as dumb as he comes across. All right. Let's do this. I'm going to open up some phone lines. Let's take some quick calls. I would like to speak to the people. You got anything on your mind? You want to talk about any of the stories tonight? Now's the time. You want a Strickland emoji? Should we get rid of Melina? Maybe. Maybe we'll do that. It's not a terrible idea. I'm not opposed. Hold on. Let me put in for monetization. Hold on a second. Hold on. I've got to get those pennies. Wow, our last one got monetized. Holy fuck. Yo. Okay, I'm going to put in for this really quick. Dude, I got great news. We're about to make about $3. Yo, this is incredible news. Check this out. So UFC on ABC actually got monetized. We were on a four stream streak of no monetization, limited. Over here. You got, whoops. You got this one here, limited. You got this one limited. You got this limited. But this one over here, UFC on ABC. Holy smokes, it's a miracle. Wow. What did I do different on a 6-hour, 29-minute video that I didn't, like, I feel like it's the same shit. All right, anyway. All right, here, let's open the phone lines. Like, you guys give a shit about that. All right, so the Ronda thing, I want to hear your opinions on this. I would like to debate or agree, whatever. Ronda saving the UFC, the women's MMA game, once again. She brought it into the UFC. She could save it. All right, here we go. Let's open the phone lines here. Talk about Musk versus Zuck. Talk about Strickland's fight this weekend. The fights last weekend. We're going to Sizzler. Yeah, we're going to Sizzler. That's sweet AdSense revenue. It's just pouring in. I just don't know what to do with all this money. Dun 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 Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right, guys. You know how to call. Hop in our Discord. Link in the description in our link tree. And let's get some phone calls. You can call from anywhere in the world. That's why we use Discord. So hop on in the description. I'll give you 5 minutes. If I don't get any calls, we're out of here. That's it. Chat, what you got? Ronda would save the UFC with one more run. 100% Anakin Skywalker. Not only the women's MMA, but the entire UFC. Everyone. It would save the whole damn. Ronda would literally save everything. I agree. I concur. I want to see what Volk and Max can do at lightweight. Would make a 145 very interesting. Yeah. Well, Max looks like he is going to move up. It looks like that is definitely going to happen. Not right yet, but soon. And I think Volk has interest in as well. So they just start fighting each other up at 155, those two. But yeah, 145, I mean, if Taporia somehow finds a way to get the belt, that'd be something else. By the way, if you see the rotation, here's a new face. We got the Michael Anzalone picture on here. We put a nice youngster picture of him on here. So welcome to the carousel, Michael Anzalone, baby. Michael Anzalone. Let's see. Guess that ain't news here. Callers will mention it. Ponderosa man, I ain't heard that on years. I keep farting blood. Yeah, Trent blocked me. Did Trent block Drew Dober? Who do you think will win a fight, KHAMZAT Chimaev or Colby Covington? Oof. Okay, I'm going to give you the winner. Hold on. KHAMZAT Chimaev, Colby Covington. I'm going to go Chimaev. I'm going to say KHAMZAT Chimaev. If he can make the weight, I go KHAMZAT. I know. People be like, yo, that bedroom cardio. Colby's a legit top welterweight. I got to go KHAMZAT. That's the winner. Trent blocked Andy Williams too. Why? There's the Michael Anzalone emojis in there. Let's go. I can't wait for Covington to come back. We need a villain to hurt everyone's feelings that can actually win. Yeah, I mean it's weird, man. Covington's being held up. I don't know. He's like holding himself up. Conor's holding himself up. We don't know if John Jones will ever come back. Like, it's weird, man. It's like no one wants to fight. I don't know. I mean, I kind of get some circumstances, but as a fan, it's like, well, if you don't want to fight, why do we want to watch? It would be a great fight, though. I agree. Trent says nobody blocked you. When is KHAMZAT due back? They were rumbling. Man, there's been all these rumbles. He says he wants to fight back-to-back fights. I don't know, man. Ever since that weird experience with Kevin Holland and the weight miss, and he was supposed to fight Diaz, like, I think the UFC really screwed up the KHAMZAT Chimaev experiment. They really ruined it. They tried to force that stupid Diaz fight together, and I think it blew up in their faces. One more minute, no more calls, and we're going to fucking end the stream. Chandler is also old. Yeah, Chandler's not young. I feel bad for Chandler. He keeps waiting for Conor. I think, so Chandler probably could retire right now and be fine. I'm assuming that he's made enough investments where he'll be fine. But I think he's waiting for that red penny night, and if he beats Conor, you know, then, which is a very good possibility, they put him right back in the mix because he beat Conor. The UFC UFC mismanaged Conor to no end. I think they dropped the ball in COVID when they shelved him because they wanted him to compete under they want him to not be at the Apex. You know, how could you bring Conor McGregor into Apex when you could sell out an arena? So they shelved him, and that was the biggest mistake ever. They should have dragged his ass in there. When he was ready to fight, they should have seized the moment. I think they're looking back and like, damn, why didn't we fucking do that? Because now it's like, it's ridiculous. Now Conor's like, yeah, I don't know if I want to fight. Like, I do want to fight, but it's so stupid, man. Conor got that Mayweather fight. Mayweather money. He didn't need to fight. Yeah, no. Yeah, Conor does whatever the fuck he wants. The double champ does whatever the double champ wants. All right, here we go. We got a call over here. Sausage, you there?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, Sausage, what's going on, man?
Not much.
No.
Well, fuck, I know you're talking about, like, what can the UFC do and shit. What about this fucking idea? You know, one of the things I used to love about the old UFC when it first started was, you know, just the different styles versus each other. What they just fucking went to fucking dojos around the world and got someone that had, like, no fucking training, like BJJ or wrestling and shit. They just, like, straight up Taekwondo or Kung Fu guys, just toss them in there.
Wait, just take random people from dojos and toss them in?
Yeah, people who don't have any fucking, like, real MMA training and shit. Just like they're just training in one style, like the old days.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. So, like, peel back the layers, give some vintage.
Yeah.
There might be sanctioning issues, is what I could think of. The only thing, like, I know with regional fights, as long as a gym really signs off on it, they can get away with sanctioning stuff. But I'm not sure when you're at that high of level with the UFC if they can get away with that shit anymore. Especially if you have, like, big venues. Maybe Apex you could. I don't know. In Vegas.
There you go. Fucking Apex. You can get anything fucking sanctioned for the right price. Come on.
Well, the thing, too, is I think the UFC is at this stage of the game where they want to be as respectable as possible, right? An actual sport, but every once in a while they'll throw us a monkey wrench like Musk versus Zuck.
Yeah, really. They're going to get that fucking shit sanctioned, but they couldn't get this?
Well, yeah, well, think about it. I mean, that's like a gazillion-dollar pay-per-view, you know? So, yeah, they would get that. I mean, if you're just talking if you're talking street beef shit in the UFC, I don't know how that really helps the UFC. You know, it's fun, but I think the UFC would just be like, yeah, no.
I think it'd be fun. Be interesting to see again.
They'll just be like, go watch street beefs.
No, it's not like MMA, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like the old styles and shit, like different styles of karate and whatnot.
What would be cool is if the UFC really paid homage to the old style with, like, their theme of events, and if they did do something like a high level jiu-jitsu guy versus a high level wrestler or something like that, throw them, like, give you that feel, but they have to be, like, super high, level belts and shit like that. I could see something, but I feel like the UFC's, they already got a recipe and they don't want to switch it up. They like what works, and I don't think they're going to be doing shit like that. If they couldn't do a 165-pound weight class, if that was impossible to put together, I can't see them doing this.
I guess. They should do like a prison version of Street Beast. There you go.
Street Beefs has got a
promotion.
Yeah, it's got a gimmick, man. It works. I mean, it works for YouTube, right? So that is interesting. But, you know, I don't know. It's weird. And you have bare knuckle, and you have all this other nonsense going on right now. So I don't know if the UFC really has to. The only time the UFC will dip into something like this is if another promotion's doing it and it's very successful. Then I could see the UFC saying, well, let's give that a go. But right now, the UFC is the top dog, so I don't see why they would go backwards.
I guess. So that'd be fun. But another thing I want to bring up, that motherfucker Chris Lee needs to be taking his judging license away. He gave fucking Emmett a 7 one of the fucking rounds. Which one was it? It was like round 4. Like, that fucking fight was a goddamn banger. He did not deserve a 7 any of those goddamn rounds.
Yeah, I did notice the score. The scores were wild, you know, like where they were like, yeah, Emmett just got mauled. I mean, I think with a fight like that, I can't go too crazy over it because there's no possible way Emmett wins anyway. So I'm not too worried about that. But Chris Lee is a little suspect. I will agree with that. Yeah, here it is, the 4th round. Well, I mean, yeah, that 4th round, he almost did get finished. And a lot of people in our chat were saying they should stop this. You know,
7? Come on.
I mean, yeah, you don't see that. That's ARIEL Helwani scoring right there. That is ARIEL. Yeah, you don't see that much. Chris Lee was probably cage side. He probably saw what Emmett was eating and was like, yeah, this this should not continue. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that was pretty rough. It was a rough round, you know? So, yeah, that doesn't bother me too much, to be honest. There should be more 10-7s, to be honest. I don't know. What do you think? You don't think there should be 10-7s?
Not for a fight like that. There are plenty of fights that, yeah, you would say 10-7, but I don't know. That fucking fight was a banger.
If they would have stopped it, like if they wouldn't let Emmett continue into the 5th round, if the corner's like, yeah, they threw in the towel, would you have been upset?
Not really.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Emmett's one of those guys that's too tough for his own fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't have to go into the 5th. Emmett showed that he was a dog and was going crazy in the 5th, but it really didn't have to go there. Emmett had 0 shot in that fight. It was a mess.
That'll probably be the defining fight of his career so far.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I do feel bad for a guy like Josh. He was so close. You know, he was right there, right fucking there, and this loss is a big step back for him. But he seems pretty stubborn. It looks like he's going to keep competing.
Yeah, gotta get that CTE.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a badge of honor, you know, brain damage. Oh, my God. It's crazy, man. You know, I know fighters joke about that, you know, and fans joke about it too, but fighters got to be tired. Like, I know, like, see Sean Strickland joking around about CTE and all that stuff, but it's got to be in the back of his head, like, what am I doing? You know?
Oh, Sean needs to fucking, work out his fucking demons in the cage and hit people, or else he's gonna be in fucking jail.
Yeah.
For doing it on the streets.
You know, it's funny, like, people are saying, oh, Logan's going to be the next big UFC fighter. People are talking about that, and I'm going to get him into self-defense. If that's the route he wants to go and he wants to chase, like, that dream, I back him 100%. But I got to be honest, as a dad, watching that shit, it probably is going to be really rough for me. Because, like, I think about it. If I see friends, like, just like acquaintances, like with some of these fighters, and I feel like that oh, why is this happening? I couldn't imagine my son in there. Sausage, what do you think about this? If it was your son...
I think you shouldn't. Yeah, I don't think I could watch my son, but I'd encourage him to, like, do the business aspect of it, like, make money off these fucking guys who can't do anything else.
Yeah, because
like,
think about it.
Dana White or fucking, hell, be a manager like Ali Outdoziz, without being a huge piece of shit that bends his son.
Yeah, you could be in the game. You could still be a badass, but not have to actually beat the shit out of each other. Like it's weird because I look at these fighters and they're trying to pivot to YouTube, right? Because, listen, they know that there's a short shelf life for this type of job. The opportunity is not very long, and you can get seriously injured, or you can, I don't know, you just...
Exactly.
You know, so it's
all
like, fuck,
up.
man. I love sports. I love the UFC. I love it, love it, love it so much. But I got to be honest with you. I want my kid to know how to defend himself, and if he wants to compete and do things like that, I fully support him, but fucking hell, man.
Hey, maybe he'll inherit your all play-by-play skills, like you and JBH, and he can be the next fucking Joe Rogan.
Yeah, or maybe he'll just be a fucking doctor, like a normal human being, and get a real job.
Nah.
But
he's got to get involved in MMA. Damn it.
Yeah. What about? I want to know in the chat, like anyone in the chat. Yeah, Logan is here, Duke. He has arrived. 6:22. Anyone in the chat have a kid? And if you do, or say even nephew, niece, or whatever like that, I don't know, cousin, family member, if you saw them and they grew up to want to become an MMA fighter, or if someone is, training and into that world, what do you think about it? Like, what are your thoughts about that? It's scary, man. But then again, I would love to see my kid play hockey, and that's a very dangerous sport as well. So, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Oh, I remember this old fucking clip. It was on the regional scene, the fucking MMA fight. This one dude's getting his fucking ass handed to him on the ground, and then his fucking mom jumps over the fucking cage and starts beating up his guy's opponent.
That's amazing. Yeah, I can see Jesse doing that. Yeah, that's amazing. All right, so anything else you got?
Oh yeah, about this new bit you're doing with the fucking songs and shit.
Yes.
I know the songs are gonna be like 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, they'll be short.
And video go longer, like maybe after the song, throw in a couple of minutes, behind the scenes of you making it.
Yeah,
outtakes.
I do want to eventually do. I think on the second channel, not the MMA-Holes, I might just make them on that channel with you guys. But then it kind of ruins it because then you know what the song sounds like, So then like the whole release is just like I don't know. I got to figure out how I'm gonna do it, or maybe I'll do it for like members or patrons or some shit. I don't fucking know. Like, I'm trying to figure out how I can do that in a way where I don't spoil the video, But there'll be more interesting things down the road for sure. Thursday is going to be an interesting experiment.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah. All right, Sausage. Yeah, you'll have some content on there as well, so you'll be proud. You'll be a proud daddy of content.
Yeah, I got some new gifts in there. now, but they're you and Jeff.
Oh, okay.
I think you'll really get a kick out of them.
All right. Well, listen, you know what I like that you did? I like that you did have like those subtle flashes of like Jesse's face or like little MMA hole things. I got to say this. If we keep on making these songs and you guys are doing the GIFs, that's hilarious. That's perfect right there. The little flash of like MMA hole throwbacks, like maybe a viewer of the stream or I don't know, someone from the community, whatever. You know, I think that would be pretty cool to flash in there for like a little for us to you know get a kick out of. So I like that.
Yeah, I'm getting good at this fucking GIF, but they just fucking time consuming.
Yeah. You know, well, GIF, I think that's what it's called. They're only on iOS, but they're very simple to do. Like you can put something up in 2 seconds with that. But some of these other ways are a little tedious. I do agree. All right, Sausage.
All right, yeah, last swap nuts.
There he is, Sausage calling in. Okay, we got a couple calls over here. Let's. Oh, look at this. Sweet Lou's Hog. Sweet Lou.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, hi, Moss.
Lou, what's up, man? How you doing, man?
All right, man. You know, man, rolling with the punches. What's going on with you? How's I'm very happy for you guys, for you and Jesse and little Ellie, man. I bet you that's got to be something pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, we're very excited. It's a new challenge. But Jessie she's a trooper, man. If I did not have Jessie here, I don't know what the hell I would do. I would have no idea. So yeah, it's interesting and it's exciting.
Understood, man. I understand. It's definitely makes a big difference having that woman behind you that has that strong arm. You know what I mean? Makes a world of difference.
That's right. Yeah, she's a champ. She's a champ.
Two joints. I'm not the Bud Light lady, bro. Or guy, whatever, you know.
What's going on there? How dare he? So yeah, Lou, what's going on with you, man?
Nothing, man. Well, gonna be heading back for another surgery, it seems.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, as you know, those cysts had come back or whatever, but basically, man, they're in a race to try and keep me from like the words they use, prolong my paralysis. So that's kind of like what's going on now. I got some paralysis that's trying to creep in, you know. So, but you know, still hanging tough, bro.
Yeah.
You know, ain't no sad story here. You know what I mean? Like I told you, man, it's a victory story, man. Let's see, man. Other than that, I ended up getting those shots. I ended up getting that shot in my neck. That ended up having a whole reverse effect this time. So I ended up getting this big bubble on the back of my leg. I end up going in, and that's when y'all found me in ER.
Man, oh man, that is not good. Hi,
So,
man. Dude, what's going on with this shit, man? When is this gonna? What's going on here? When are we gonna stop this nonsense, huh, Lou?
Exactly, man. That's exactly it. Like I literally went in to see my primary care, you know, and like he just looked at me and put his hands up and he's like, you know, and I was like, I don't know, bro. Like, you know, and there was another doctor that was in the room as well, and he was explaining to her, like, you know, how everything has progressed with me and this and that. And you know, like she was blown away, but he's the same way, you know, like, you know, there's not a lot of info on this on the Tarlov cyst, you know, like it's like I said, it's something 8% that happens in men.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, so it's like they, you know, but at the same time, it's like I get into these things where it's like, okay, so now we're at a kind of a race of like, deal with the neck, deal with the back, you know. So it's like I'm getting double whammied, you know what I mean? And it's like you go in, you know, you find out, you know, it's like you sit there and it's like, oh, this happened for the good, and then you're like, oh, all right, you know. And then you know, like you know, I literally just told my family just the other day because, you know, like you like you're saying, you know, the woman's behind, you know what I mean? Like it was a pretty hard blow for Heather to take, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, man. But, listen, you're lucky to have a strong lady beside you, man. By your side, you know. Without that, it would be, man, right? Like you need that co-pilot. So it's good that you have her there. She seems like a good woman. And can you get an erection though? You can get an erection, right?
Bro, I can get an erection, bro.
Oh, that's good.
All right, like
thank God.
You know the third leg still works good, buddy. You know what I mean? You may, you know,
this is amazing. This is great news. You know, I thought it was going to be all bad news, but this is the best news ever. Hey, as long as they didn't take that from you, you're good to go, Lou. I want you to, after this call, I want you to fire the thickest, biggest, beefiest rope straight towards the missus, and I want her to catch it. Not like, I don't know, how should she catch this thing? I mean, in a cup? I don't know. Not in her, you know, in her mouth or anything like that. She's a respectable lady. But, but shoot that thing across the room for us, okay?
All right, bro.
All right, Lou. Well, listen, man.
All right.
Yeah. Listen, we're on your team, man. I hope you get better real soon, and we know you're gonna get through this. Okay, Spider Lou.
And listen, that whole thing with D-Rest or whatever. It's all love, no matter what. All right, like it is, man.
Yeah, you're a good man.
And prayers go out to you, GT. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I love y'all.
There you go.
Just there you go.
Love and respect to you and the missus, and tell D-Rest to cut that shit out. You know, I saw that nonsense in the chat. What is he doing, that guy? All right, thank you, Lou. Have a great night, all right?
All right, man. Love you.
All right, we love you too, man. There's Lou. A lot of love going on here. Yo, give some prayers to Lou Dog. Guy's going through some shit, man. Anytime you fucking... Let me just say this. Anytime you're like, oh, no, my team lost a game. Oh, no, I lost a bet. Oh, no, my wife won't sit on my cock. Think about what Lou's going through. Think about that, guys. Always think about it, man. He's you know, there are people out there going through some real shit, and he's a good dude. He's a nice guy. All right, back to MMA. And I see you there. I see you. But I'm going to save the knitter for the end because I love closing the show with the knitter, the closer of the stream. So I'm going to take Johnny Walker real quick. So, Ann, hold on. Hold on. We got you. We got Johnny Walker over here. Kevin from Chicago.
Better believe it. What's going on?
How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, man. I'm going to tell you what. These fights have been not piquing my interest.
I agree. They're shit, right?
They're dog shit. There's no fights. Nothing big and spectacular. It's all just a bunch of horse shit.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what, the Volkanovski versus Rodriguez, that's actually intriguing.
That is. Wait, hold on a second, Kev. We have a donation coming in. Slip through the cracks here.
Lou pitches more tense than the Boy Scouts at a jamboree.
Wonderful.
That's actually true. Yes. Thank you, Tropic Tom. Back to you, Kevin, please.
Yeah, the Volkanovski versus Rodriguez.
Yes.
I will say, the way Emmett got beat down definitely has Volkanovski, has me feeling better about a Volkanovski pick, because I thought Rodriguez, the way he dismantled Emmett, I thought, wow, man, I thought that's going to be a tough challenge for Volkanovski. But Topuria, he did the same thing, and Emmett just looked sloppy, overhand rights, just looked like a brawler. He looked like a UFC 35 wrestle boxer that doesn't know how to box. So I feel like I'm confident in the Volkanovski pick. I think he'll grind him down with the pace and pressure.
So what do you think, Rodriguez? Say if Rodriguez somehow beats Volkanovski, Topuria Rodriguez, who would you pick?
Topuria.
Interesting.
Yeah, Topuria for sure.
Okay.
Topuria, he's a badass too.
Yeah.
Topuria, he's pretty good. I like the way he grapples. He comes from Spain, but he knows how to wrestle, which is not that common. So, and he's got big time power. So that'll be interesting. You know, I'll talk about Brendan Allen real quick. The man bun. Brendan Allen with the man bun.
Yes.
That dude is. I don't know why. Something about this dude just screams cornball. Cornball.
Yeah.
I don't know. And he always running around with his little teammates Tuco and acting goofy. He runs up and he dabs up Jamal Hill. I don't know, this dude.
You don't like him?
He's corny. I don't. Not that I don't like him. It's just the dude's just weirdo. He's corny.
You gotta admit though, he's really come around though. He's pretty good, right?
He's pretty talented. I mean, he got embarrassed by Sean Strickland, but we didn't really know how good Sean was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, so he's in the big one against who was his last fight against the undefeated, really good Brazilian, the big Brazilian grappler Muniz, right?
Yeah, Muniz, yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, Andre Muniz.
That was impressive. Because I thought Muniz was the next big contender. So I don't know. We'll see what he can do. I don't know if he'll be champion, but he has some prospects. Need some new blood at 185 because it's stale.
Yeah, I like him. I hope he keeps winning. I like Brennan.
Yeah, and what about that Whitaker fights this weekend, right?
No, it's Strickland versus the PFL guy.
Okay.
Magomedov.
I thought one's the Strickland versus whatever his name is.
You mean Duplessis versus Whitaker? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. That's what I meant.
That's Australia, right? Isn't that in Australia, I think? Right?
That's coming up, I think.
Wait, hold on a second. No, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Oh, that's the co-main of. Isn't that? Wait, hold on. Is that the Rodriguez card? Where the fuck? Oh, yeah. It's on Volkanovski Rodriguez. Dude, I had a complete brain fart there. Yeah, it's the third up from the top. Yeah, actually, it's pretty stacked, man. Yeah, it's in a couple weeks. Yeah, Volkanovski Rodriguez, Moreno, Pantoja, 2, and Whitaker Duplessis. Duplessis, I saw was at Extreme Couture, getting some reps in with Curtis.
Okay, Duplessis. I mean, let's just hope he doesn't win because I just don't see him. Don't pull a rabbit out of his hat and get that victory because he stands no shot against Izzy.
Interesting.
His style is tailor made. His wrestling is very bad, and his only option is try to come blitzing forward with these weird punches, and that's tailor made for Izzy.
What about him saying? But what about him saying that the nose issues that he had that surgery done, and now he can breathe a lot better. His cardio is better, and he can actually breathe. Bullshit? Okay.
Sounds like bullshit.
All right.
That sounds like I had the best camp of my life, and we've heard that one before. You can't. The technique is not there. The way he comes blitzing forward, chin up in the air, he's gonna get countered and knocked out. Whitaker's the only one in the division that has a chance against Izzy.
Okay. It's fair. Although I got to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind seeing Duplessis shocked. I like Whitaker a lot, but in this situation, I wouldn't mind seeing Duplessis knock Whitaker out and be like, "Holy shit, maybe you could beat Izzy," and then have the real black champion, real African champion, win.
That would be funny with the whole backstory of that shit when they try to. That whole situation was exposed a lot of people, the double standards when it comes to that.
Did you see? Did you see Chris Curtis's post? With Duplessis, it was, "A ran into my N-word, Drickus Duplessis, my favorite African fighter."
That's funny shit.
Still want to fight this man, but he's a fun dude. And his hashtag my N-word. What do you think about that?
He's real African, dude. He's straight from the freaking from the streets of Africa.
That's right.
The swamp and the I don't know if something about those South African streets. They're no joke from what I read, from what I hear.
Chris
it's not no cakewalk.
He took him in, so he's officially he is an African that is looking to be the first real African champion. So there you go. I tell you what,
weird is
go ahead.
It's weird that all them fighters commingle in Vegas and they end up fighting each other, or they know people that fight each other. It's like you got who's that dude? The Georgian dude. Fuck. The big with the beard. Roman Deletes.
Deletes, yeah. Felismus
He's
is,
out there. Then you got Vittori. Then you got the Magomed Ankalaev in the fucking mix, and he's fighting someone. All that Extreme Couture. It's just it's kind of weird, ain't it?
I think Extreme Couture is like the best gym out there right now. I think anyone rolls through Vegas, they got to hit up Extreme. Like what they're doing over there is pretty special. So yeah, eventually they're gonna all run into each other. Plus, you do have the PI in Vegas as well. So yeah, a lot of these guys probably bounce around back and forth. Then they have to fight each other. It is weird, but that's their job.
Speaking of that, did you see about the? Did you talk about the PFL thing where the fighters got eliminated?
Yeah, I didn't really touch. I touched on it on our last stream with Burgos slipping in, which is a joke because didn't he look like trash? He shouldn't even be in the tournament. I don't honestly. I'm kind of losing it. PFL's losing me. But guy, give me your thoughts on it.
Well, that kind of brings me to my point is that they're teammates and they had to fight each other. They both come out of American Top Team. They got to fight, and it's just that thing where this isn't basketball or hockey or something. They're going in there to damage each other. So what happens? They're teammates. They got a relationship. They go in there and they don't put it on each other. I'm not sure if it was a work. So they're trying to. I don't know if it was like some online gambling, Sean Krause situation, James Krause situation, or what. But that's they got eliminated. The PFL said no, you didn't try hard enough, so you're cut from the playoffs. And they just threw Burgos in there.
Yeah, it's weird. That is a weird situation. I don't know. I mean, if people are interested in it, I will look more into it, but I kind of don't even give a fuck. Like, PFL is really losing me. I guess when the playoffs roll around, we'll kind of dive into it again, but I'm over it. And it's weird how these UFC guys are going over there, and they're not even making the tournament. Like, it's just silly. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, what's going on here?
There's like 10 people that got busted for steroids.
Huh.
That's the last I heard. I know my Polish comrade Yako, he got freaking busted. And then the light heavyweight champ busted.
Yoko was involved in that?
Busted.
He was involved, Yoko? Yoko was involved in that?
Yeah, he got busted.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I thought they didn't even test over there, so
dude
left I guess
UFC.
It's a good thing.
You left the UFC, got on the sauce, and still got fucking busted. Oh my god, what a mess.
They did rob him though. He got robbed his last fight though.
Yeah,
he got another juiced up dude.
Fight sucked anyway. Who cares?
Yeah.
All right, Kevin. Is that it?
All right, man. That's it. I'll leave you to
right.
it. Have a good one.
There's Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. All right, we're gonna finish it up with the knitter. I want to thank everyone for stopping by tonight. We have Ann H. Ann, you there?
Yes, I'm here, Chris.
How you doing? What's up, Ann? What's up? How you doing?
I'm good.
Nice.
Wonderful.
All right, Ann. I saw you in there. I was like, let's just end the stream with Ann H. Everyone loves the knitter. So everyone's got their pants off and they're ready.
They're ready? Their pants off and their shorts. They're ready.
Little Seal's got the lube. He's got the KY. Yeah, we're ready.
Everybody's getting ready, huh? Okay. Hey, wow.
Yeah. A lot of pressure, Ann.
A lot of pressure, that's for sure.
We're gonna call you the anchor.
Oh.
The anchor. You know, like in track where they have the anchor, they got to bring it home. You got to bring it home tonight, Ann.
I gotta bring it home. I thought no one was gonna call.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys.
It's the same. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's weird. When we had regular phone lines, everyone was calling in, but it was like people like Discord, like and then putting up the cross, and I know it's weird, man. But it is what it is. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna keep it like that. Less people to talk to.
And you're talking about Rhonda getting back, and you know what? That'd be cool. Yes, that would be good.
Yeah,
that would.
You know what's funny? You're the only caller that's really talking about this. And give me your thoughts. Go ahead.
I think it'd be great if they offer enough money. Yeah, I've come back. She's already done WWE and all that stuff. So I mean, I know, you know, she has to, you know, her child now. But I mean, hey, you know, yes, I think it would bring back, get stuff going. I mean, it won't be as boring. You either liked her or you didn't like her, but you got to admit it was much more exciting when she was in there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I went on and on earlier in the stream. I'll touch on it really quickly here. Women's MMA is trash right now, right? We had a good fight, but you have Alexa Grasso Like, we had a good fight Saturday, but you have Alexa Grasso as your number one pound-for-pound fighter. And your number one pound-for-pound fighter is going to defend the belt on a fight night against Shevchenko. Like, it's a mess. There's a lot of... And you look at 135, right? You look at 135, vacated belt. On top is Julianna Peña, Raquel Pennington, Holly Holm.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, come on. What are we doing here? Insert Ronda into the mix. Run it back with Holm. Let's go. I mean, I'd be all over that.
That would be great. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Right? I know it's a shtick. You know, it's gimmicky, but who cares? Like, 135 is just like, ugh. I can't see one girl on that roster that I'd be like, oh, I'd love to see this person as a champion.
Yeah. It's not doing... I don't know. Because, like, I don't know if they just... From Invicta, you know, a lot of them come from over there, too, like you said, and from other areas, but... You know, they seem to do okay over there, and then they get over to the UFC, it seems like they piddle out.
Yeah.
They don't seem as, you know, exciting. I don't know. I hope they do something, because it's either that or just drop the weight class, because, yeah, kind of boring, not that last fight, but if more of them would be like that, you know. Even bare knuckle is more exciting, you know, when they're fighting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The women.
I agree. Women's fights in bare knuckle are great. You know, I think they're incredibly fun. They're entertaining. And I think there are some entertaining fights in the UFC. I'm not like, I don't want to completely trash women's MMA. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's empty now. Like, I feel like there's a big gap. Amanda Nunes wasn't a massive draw, but at least she was so dominating. It was interesting, you know? And she got upset. You know, that was interesting as well. But here we go. Yeah. And by the way.
And like.
Yeah.
Huh? Yes, what?
No, I was going to say, because I did notice someone in the chat say something. This is John Anik's idea. Like, he came out with the idea this would be a great time for Ronda to come back, and it seems like a good, you know, a good plan considering Conor's not in the USADA testing pool. You know, we don't know if John Jones has come back. What's the gimmick? You know, what's the goofy, crazy fight that we're going to see? Zuckerberg's not going to happen. That's silly, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just dumb.
Chirpy says I'm too nice. Wow. It's the first time anyone's ever said that to me, man. Look at that. I'm too nice. What do you think about that?
You're too nice.
Yeah. Well, that's a first. I will take it.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I would love to see women's. I'm sorry, guys. You're not going to probably like it. Women's heavyweight and lightweight.
Yeah. Yeah, we pitched that before.
Find talent, you know, but we're not all 115 pounds or 130 or.
Big girls need some fights too. Yeah, I don't care what their experience is. You know, just throw the 4-ounce gloves on them and let the ladies get in there and beat the living shit out of it. We'll see some more knockouts, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then also a little higher than the 135. You know, let them go up to, you know, middleweight and welterweight. Why not? But they won't.
Yeah. Yeah, Dana, I think if you take the sex sells aspect out of women's MMA, I think Dana's not interested, to be honest. I think he likes he wants a sexy champion, you know? That's what he wants. But I just don't give a shit. I want to see people beat each other up. Like, we don't look for sex in men's fights, right? I mean, maybe you, man. And man. I called you man.
It's getting deeper. Remember.
I just gave you a sex change. I called you man. Man H. Oh, my God, Ann. I am sorry for calling you a man. Man H.
Oh, that's funny.
It's those hormones. Anyway, I don't fucking know. I got high last night for the first time in a while, so maybe it's still in my system. I have no idea.
That is true. Yes, you did. You're having fun.
Now you role play with Mike. You could be a tranny woman in bed. You could role play with Mike. Oh God, what's going on?
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Who says I don't role play already? But
no.
Anyway,
there you go.
Yeah. Oh, Sean Strickland. A lot of people. I like him. I really do. He just says he don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's the man.
He doesn't care. That's fine. I mean, I may not always agree with him, but he's fun. I like watching him fight. I like what he says, and I like what he does. You know, it's just he's different, but you know, there's not anybody else that's any fun anymore. It seems like everybody's so serious, you know. And it's like, I don't know. I think the UFC is just so much different now. It's just
it's weird.
The good guy, all of them are starting to retire. You know, Cowboy and everybody, they're getting up there, and a lot of them are retiring now. And I would like to see the younger people start getting up there and doing stuff. But I don't know. You know, Sean, he's got. I don't know. I just wish it was like it was. It's not as exciting, but I'm still gonna stick with it. It's still my favorite sport. So
yeah, we're gonna ride this out, and something's gonna pop. Something's gonna get interesting.
Yeah.
You know, like during COVID, it was a blast. I had a blast during COVID. I thought they did a great job putting on events. It was during a pandemic. It was fantastic. But yeah, then we just took a nosedive. It was, I don't know what happened, but you know what it is? They keep promising us shit, and then it falls apart like over and over and over again. And I think the last straw was tough. You know, it's like, all right, you feeding me this nonsense. Conor's not even gonna fight, so it's like, what's going on here? You know, like it's getting annoying. And then Zuck,
are they just not finding the guys? I mean, even with Tough and also with the Contender Series, but I mean, are they just? I mean, it just seems like it seems like with every single Saturday, everybody's fighting pretty much all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think there'd be more standouts and more. A lot of times, like you said, we get these cards where it's like, I go, who is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that. I've never
guys.
even. Yeah, it's like, who do you fight? It's like you don't even recognize some of the fighters. That's what I anymore. But hopefully, it's gonna get better. I hope so.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think the UFC will be fine. They'll figure out. How many did Clark Zuckerberg? We know who you are, so why not? I don't. Oh my God, dude! This kid is. It's the same kid, man. It's the same. It's the same kid. It's like he pretends he's someone else. Like, it's fucking stupid. Just be yourself. We know who the fuck you are. He's like, no one's gonna know this account. All right. Anyway. All right. And anything else?
No, who's fight this weekend? Yeah, I just can't wait. I like the fights. I still do. I enjoy the UFC. It's just like you said. Just want to get. I don't know. It's just got to get more popular again and quit doing this stupid Elon Musk and this other crap. And I don't know. Maybe Dana just don't give a shit.
You mean Strickland versus Magomedov doesn't light up your pussy, Ann? I mean, this is what a matchup.
That does, But
no,
I mean,
it doesn't. Don't lie to me. This is nonsense. This should not even be happening. This is crazy. Abbas Magomedov. Like, who the fuck?
Who the fuck is that guy?
What is this? What is this PFL dude with what, one UFC fight? It's craziness. It's happening here, Ann.
What? Yay, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I like watching Sean fight.
Dude, that'd be hilarious if that was the UFC's new slogan. UFC, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should make those shirts. UFC, it's better than nothing. Yeah, I mean that's a good slogan right there. They should go with that, and
that would be
it's better than nothing. It's true.
Yeah,
that's the motto.
How much everybody pays for the pay-per-views and
yeah.
It's like, come on. We got to get something. It's anyone we got to pay for. Everybody else, they can actually watch their sport, but we got to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Even our ESPN Plus, I wouldn't be able to watch any of these other ones if I didn't have that. So
yeah, a lot of the stuff is a product of. There's fights every weekend, so it's thinned out a little bit. You got cards filled with a lot of Contender Series fighters with limited experience, and but they're constantly giving us content, right? So at the end of the day, yeah, we're still seeing fights every weekend. There are going to be some lousy cards. My biggest problem with the UFC is not even even last weekend. Like, I enjoyed the card, I had fun. My biggest problem is the bullshit that they're throwing at us. Like, that bothers me. Like, this is gonna happen. Like Max Holloway versus Korean Zombie. Like, come on. Like, what's that? Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Like, what? Why? I don't understand. Like, why is he? How is Henry Cejudo fighting Vera? Like, what? Like, it doesn't make, things aren't making any sense.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I know. It's very strange.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what
Everything's
happens. We'll ride the
strange.
wave and we'll see where it takes us.
I'll ride the wave, the surge wave. Surging.
That's right, Ann. So you surge away. All right, and listen, thank you for the call. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, Chris and Jesse, and he's so adorable.
Thank you, Ann.
Ellie, of course, so adorable. Love you, MMA-Holes. Love you guys.
We love you too, Ann. Have a great night, okay?
You too. Bye.
There is the Moist Ann H on the show, wrapping it up, hitting the 2-hour mark. I want to thank everyone for stopping by tonight. It was a fabulous experience to be interacting with the best community in the world. I want to thank everyone that hit the fucking like button. If you haven't hit it up. If you're watching the replay, hit me up in the comments section. Let me know what you ate for breakfast. And thank you to our sponsors, the members, the patrons. Tomorrow night we got Tough, so we'll get through that again. Although I don't hate doing the Tough streams. I got to be honest with you. I like the hangout aspect. I like hanging out with you guys. And we just kind of shoot the shit, watch the episode, complain about it, and then go, on our merry way. Wednesday is Money Moicano coming on the stream. Thursday is the drop of the Sean Strickland song. That is coming back. We got the first ever exclusive, unique song, not a donation, an actual video dedicated to a song, dropping Thursday night. And then Friday, Fuka Friday, Saturday, the fights. We got content coming every day. The grind don't stop, and don't be an a-hole. Actually, let's play D-Rest song again. Let's give him another pop here. He paid $250 for it. Might as well do that. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you, D-Rest, man. You're the man. Appreciate that big bomb. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole. Good night.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. Come inside, the show's about to start. Guaranteed to blow your head.